Just a quick disclaimer on this video. This is not a slight to New Orleans. This is a great city and a lot of people love New Orleans. I am just not a city person. I'm not into the traffic. I'm not into the way you have to find your way around all the river bridges and everything. But we had a good time in New Orleans, and we just didn't have time to visit all the places that we really should have done. And you'll hear me saying about the bridges 100 times because I am easily awed by bridges. It's a technology and engineering marvel that just grabs my brain. This railroad bridge, the regular bridge underneath it, it just blows me away how they built all these bridges to get over the Mississippi River and some of the other rivers. And then there was this bridge that when I first saw it, I was afraid that how can that hold up the roadway with just those few little cables? I mean, some bridges have hundreds and hundreds of cables. And so I had to drive on it to see if it shook or moved or did anything. And I guess not. It was a pretty sturdy bridge. And I realized how big those cables were. They must be well connected to a lot of stuff. But anyways, let's go into the heart of the city, and we'll show you around a little bit there. There's a lot of things in the city of New Orleans of all types. This is the Riverwalk Mall. It's a shopping mall right along the river. And next to that is the aquarium, and this is all next to the convention center. Down the boardwalk where the river boats that I believe have gambling on them, but I'm not positive. We didn't really investigate them. And driving around the city, you come to this street. I can't remember the names of these streets. I'm sorry, folks, but I'll bet somebody in the comments section will tell me what these streets are. This is in the French Quarter, and the French Quarter all looks pretty much the same. These are some of the streets that border the French Quarter. This is Decatur, and it's about 3 streets down from Bourbon Street. And Bourbon Street is in the middle of the French Quarter, and either side there's 3 or 4 streets that look identical to Bourbon Street. The only thing about Bourbon Street is it has the biggest crowds and the most people puking on the street, so I try to stay off it. It's also very crowded with cars and delivery vans and all that stuff. But this is a pretty nice area, and there's parks and veterans memorials and all sorts of things just off Decatur. It's kind of very close to the river, but you can see how everything is, very small buildings just butted up against each other, and it's pretty neat. It's fun to drive around, and it's really fun to walk around. It was just too hot for Aquila. It was 92 degrees, and we just had to have the air conditioning on as we went around because he just could not stay cool. He would have passed out with all the heat. And some of the streets that I really like that are the main streets that kind of lead out of the city are Canal Street and St. Charles. They both have the trolley cars on them, the electric trolley cars. And I don't know what these cost, but they are packed with people, and I think a lot of them are tourists. It's like New Orleans is a town built for tourists, and it's got all these universities which are just, they're just tourists anyways. They don't really live there or have any ownership to the town. But the streets, I think this is going out St. Charles, they just have these huge live oaks hanging over the streets that make it so nice. And this is early May, so they're not fully leafed out and everything, and they're not, in some places, they're not doing so well from prior hurricanes. It takes them forever to grow. So they're still suffering from Katrina and Irma and Ida and all those different things. If you go all the way up the street, you come to Park Street, which is the street that runs between all the cemeteries. And they consider the cemeteries parks like a lot of the old style cities do, but they don't bury anybody underground because of the water table. So everybody's in a box up above the ground, and you can tour some of these cemeteries, but they're not, some of them are not open, some of them are. And then, of course, like every southern city, there are homeless encampments, and it's amazing that they have these tents and stuff that they have. But anyways, gorgeous architecture all over New Orleans. This is running out Canal Street, and just some of the huge, beautiful houses. I think these were in one of the colleges. I think I don't remember which college, but some of these were college homes, either for the deans or the presidents and stuff like that. But this one was just on the street, and it's just a regular house that somebody owns. But and these are more typical old New Orleans homes. That's a a regular old home that's been there probably 100 years. And these are the neighborhoods. And as I get into the residential neighborhoods, they're a little more um, what you would consider a poor folk homes. But the one thing is driving around is the roads were horrendously bad. The roads were potholes. This is called a shotgun house because it's got two doors and you can go all the way through it. And I guess that's all I can do for this video. We didn't really take that much. We got too busy when I thought we could get some really good video. And so I guess this is the end, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment. I hope to see you on the next video. See you later.